Hi everyone, welcome to today's video where we'll be talking about automation. Now, I originally wanted to talk about doing automations using Zapier, but the great news is Airtable has released their own automation, which makes things super easy and more cost effective to do the same thing. We're going to continue off working on the job board that we created in the last video. So if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend you check that out first, where we used a tool called Pori to turn Airtable data into a job board in literally 10 minutes. But if you're here for the automation, that's cool. Let's quickly take a look at what we've built and what we'll be working off. Okay guys, I've just logged into my Pori account. You can see the job board that was created in the last video. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So actually I might go and view the public site. So users can post a new job. You can search for a job or by company. You can filter by state and country. And you can also select apply, which will take you to the job posting. And the Airtable data that we used to create this job board looks like this. So you can see we have a grid view that holds all the job postings, and we've also have a form for users to submit a new job to, which will get posted into this view here. Cool. Now that we've seen what we'll be working off, let's talk a little bit about how automation works. So really, it just comes down to if this happens, then do this. And the terminology used to describe these two things is triggers and actions. So triggers are things like when a new Airtable record is created or edited or deleted, then do the following actions. So you could send a Slack notification, post on my social media, or send me an email. So again, it's if this happens, which is the triggers, then do this, which are the actions. Let's take a look at what this looks like on Airtable. So over in Airtable, there is now a button called automations. And if you open that up, you can select create automation. We'll just leave it as automation 1. And you can see it has trigger. So remember that if this happens, which is the trigger, you can choose a trigger and you can select what trigger you want to use. So let's go ahead and just go when record is created. Next, you have actions, which are the tasks you want performed when the trigger happens. Let's select add action. And you can see that you have a few options of different things that you can do. Okay, now that we've got the boring bits out of the way, let's work in some automation to make our job board smarter. I've got 3 ideas that I want to implement. The first is an Airtable view that only filters out published jobs. That way we can create a mechanism to weed out all the fake job posts and spam that we'll probably receive as part of any website. The second automation I want to create is receiving a Slack notification when someone posts a new job. And the third automation I want to create is when I change the status of a job posting from in review to publish, that it will automatically post on my Twitter account so that my followers can know that there's a new job posted. Let's get to it. Okay, let's begin by closing our automations tab and creating a new field called status. Let's make this a single select field type, and we'll just give it one option called published. This is just a way for us to know which job has been published when it's been submitted by the community. Let's create a new view and call it published jobs. Let's create a filter for this view, and we want it to sort by where status is published. So pretty much no jobs are published right now. Let's head back over to our main grid view and change any of these jobs to published. Now if we switch back over to the published jobs view, you can see that we have one job published. Let's head over to the editor and connect this Airtable view to our data. So under sorting, you can select Airtable view as the sort type and then type in published jobs, which is the Airtable view that we just created. Hit save. Now, if the editor doesn't look like it has updated, just hit refresh. now that it would only display the published jobs. Now I know the first idea is not in automation, but we do need this set up for the automations that we'll now build. So the first automation that I've mentioned was receiving a Slack notification when someone submits a job. So let's head over and open automations. Now we could update trigger. So let's say for our jobs table, so done. When a record is created, let's go send message to Slack. So it will ask you to connect a new account. Select the Slack channel. I've got a lot, so let's just go through this now. I'm going to send it to my Pori Slack channel. Then it will ask you which channel do you want to publish in. I'm going to select, oh, what's a good one? Job demo. New job posting. Oh my God, I can't type. Cool, now let's run test to make sure it's all working. Boom, new job posting. If I open it up, you can see that we've just received notification from Airtable saying someone has posted a new job posting. Done. That is our first automation. Let's give our automation a proper name. Job received Slack notification. Cool. Select back. Now let's work on our second automation. So when I review the new job posting and I change the status to publish, I want it to automatically publish on my Twitter account. Let's go ahead and set that up. First thing we want to do is select automation, publish to Twitter, choose a trigger. So when record enters view, select the table, which is jobs. The view is published jobs. Done. The action that I want it to perform is, if you scroll down, post tweet. Okay, let's select a Twitter account. I'm going to connect a new account. Okay, sign in. Okay, let's give our post a message. New job opportunity available. Oh my God, cannot type. New job opportunity available at, let's just post our URL. Cool. Let's run test. Now, if we head over to our Twitter account, we should most likely see, there you go, new job posting available at, and then the link. So if we click on it, amazing. I think we can now demo this end to end to see our automation. But before we begin the demo, there is one last thing we need to do, and that is to turn on the automations that we've created. So head back over to Airtable, select done, go back and see how it says off for the two that we've created. If we just go into the job received Slack notification, turn that on, and then turn on the publish to Twitter automation, we are now ready to go. Head back over to the live site. Let's just refresh one more time so we can see that we only have one job posting that's been published. Let's go ahead and quickly publish a new job posting. Now, when we hit submit, we should receive a new Slack notification. Woohoo! Now we can review the new job posting on Airtable and decide whether we want to publish it or not. Head back over to the grid view. Let's close our automation. Let's scroll to the bottom. And you can see this is the one that we've just posted. Now I'm going to switch the status over to published, and we should see a new tweet go out about this new job posting. Published. Now let's go over to Twitter. And it didn't work. But that's okay. This is all a learning journey. So if we head back over to our Airtable base and open up automations again, there's actually a runs tab that you can have a look at, which will help you debug what went wrong. So it says failed to run. So you can see that the step has failed, saying Twitter API error, status is a duplicate, which means that we were trying to tweet the exact same tweet that we did previously, which is obviously not great. So let's head back over to steps. Open up the actions post tweet. Now, because this message here is very static and we want it to reflect the record that has been shared, what we should do is, instead of pasting this URL, is, do you see this plus icon here? Let's go ahead and select it and select this record from step 1 when a record blah blah. So I think Airtable still has work to do to fix up the UI a bit. Let's continue. And we're going to share the URL. So this one right here, let's insert. So now the tweet is actually going to go new job opportunity available at, and it's going to be the field that we filled out, which was pari.io. Let's select update and try it again. This time it will work. So let's head back over to pari.io. So now we pretty much have 2 roles that are available. Let's quickly submit another one. I'll just speed through this so I can spare you the pain. Okay, let's hit submit. Got our Slack notification. Head back over to Airtable, go to our grid view. Let's close our automation. See on the bottom, we have our new job posting. We know it's legitimate. Let's hit published and hope that it's going to send out a tweet. Switch over to Twitter. Let's refresh the page. Woohoo! There we go. New job opportunity available at pari.io. How amazing is that? And that's it for today's video. I hope it has helped you in any way. If it has, let me know. And if you have any questions, also let me know. As always, thanks for watching.